As we get ready for quarter four of this year, everyone wants to know what is going to happen next to the crypto market, specifically Bitcoin and your favorite altcoins. Over 90% of the population is not ready for what's about to hit the crypto market. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what's happening on the chart specifically for the Bitcoin dominance, the entire altcoin market excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, the number one reason why I am virtually all in the crypto market. We're going to talk about the number one narrative that will make more millionaires than ever before and how to properly position yourself to make the most amount of money possible. We have some cool data to show you guys and what we're paying attention to that tells us exactly where the money's moving. And then we have to talk about 5 of the top meme coins that I am extremely bullish on for the rest of this bull run, all the way from large cap, mid cap, and micro cap projects that are riskier but have that 50 to 100x multiples. So if you guys are feeling bullish, if you hold any crypto, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. And as always, if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel. As always, let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So looking at crypto bubbles right here over the past day, we can see the projects that are up the most. ICP is doing well, 15%. So I still hold ICP. I think ICP is going to be one of the bigger performers along with FET. We got Injective, Optimism. But the real key to understand here to know which narrative is going to continue to perform well, there's going to be a lot of them, but the most important narrative that we're going to focus on in this video specifically is the meme coin narrative. And the reason why is because memes are what started the internet and memes are what run the internet. And memes took off in crypto the past few bull runs. So love them or hate them, doesn't matter. I look at things very objectively and analytically, and I look at data and logistics and numbers, right? Because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And so the main thing that we need to look at is where the biggest growth has been over the past week, but more importantly, over the past month and over the past year. So what we can do on cryptobubbles.net is we zoom out over the past year, and the projects that are up the most, we're going to look within those projects to see why that's happening and what's most likely to happen next. So as you guys can see, if I move my camera right here, in the bottom right-hand corner, Bonk is up 8,000%. And you can see Pepe is up over 1,000%. Floki is up over 700%. And then you have other projects like OM up 5,800, FET up 500, Solana up 671, Ordi up 800. And then these other projects, further down the list that are up anywhere from like 50%, 100%. There's a lot of different ones like Caspa up 243%. But as you can see, the 3 main ones that are standing out right here are Bonk, Pepe, and Floki in the meme coin sector. So in this video, I'm going to dive into 5 different meme coins. I'm actually probably going to talk about more than that. Now, as always, this is not financial advice. You should not buy anything I talk about in these videos. These videos are purely for educational, informational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Go consult your financial advisor because crypto is very risky. You can lose money in these markets. In fact, you most likely will lose money in these markets because that's the name of the game. You're not going to win 100% of the time, because if you lose 9 out of 10 times, but that one winner makes up for all of your 9 losses and does a 50x, 100x or more, then you could still do very well. Now, obviously, every single project that you buy is not going to pull 100x, but my goal here is to point out the narrative so you can do your own research and so you know where to go, you know what to look for, and you can position yourself properly. Now, yes, I do hold some of the cryptocurrencies I mentioned in these videos, but that shouldn't be a recommendation for you to buy any of them. I just share the reasons why I buy something with my own personal money. And as always, don't just trust me, verify. We need to verify based on facts. So let's look at the facts here in the charts. And the first thing we need to talk about is Bitcoin, because in order for the meme coin market to do well, Bitcoin has to continue to do well. If Bitcoin doesn't do well, then you're not going to make money in anything in the crypto market, and we're all going to lose money. We're all going to be working at McDonald's. And so that's just the name of the game here. I know you're okay with that. That's why you're still watching. So we're either going to be living in a penthouse or we're going to be living in a van down by the river. So that's why we're in crypto. Bitcoin right here on the left-hand side of the screen during the last bull run with the pi cycle bottom indicator flashed in at about $3,000. On the right-hand side of the screen, the pi cycle bottom indicator flashed in a little bit early at around 19,000. We saw this rally up, then this final capitulation down to the bottom. So it was relatively close. Now, if we were to put in the pi cycle top indicator on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see it called the high right here in December of 2017, almost to the T virtually at that candle. If you would have sold based on the high and the low, you would have made a lot of money, or if you would have bought based on the low. So on the right-hand side of the screen, if we put in the Pi cycle top indicator, you can see again that it called the high right here on the 12th of April of 2021, exactly to the T. Now, this is not the true high for the price, but it's the true technical high based on key indicators that I've covered in previous videos. And so, does it show right now that the Pi cycle high is in? The answer is no. So that's one data point that tells me that the top is not in yet, because we're just hovering right around the all-time high right now, consolidating before the next leg up. Also, if we bring up the Bitcoin stock to flow rainbow indicator, this shows a color code based on the days until the next halving for Bitcoin. We're after the halving right now, and we are in orange. Now, if we look on the left-hand side of the screen, the last time that we went from purple to orange, we were recovering out of COVID. So it's a lot different when you have a black swan event. You know, we haven't had a black swan event in the market, and although that could happen at any moment, the last time that we were in orange was around this phase right here, where we experienced some volatility out of COVID, and then we went absolutely parabolic going from orange to yellow. The time before then was right around here, where we experienced some volatility after going from purple to orange. We broke out, going from orange to yellow. Some volatility as well too, but the theme remained the same, where we went parabolic. And the reason why the cycles play out this way, and the number one reason why I'm extremely bullish on what's about to happen next, is because of how global liquidity cycles work and inflation. If you look at the inflation calculator right here, if in the year 2000 you purchased an item for $1, then this year that same item would cost $1.83. That's a cumulative rate of inflation of 82.7%. That's clearly an unsustainable fact. It's undeniable. And if you don't believe me, go talk with your grandma, your grandpa, and ask them how much a gallon of gas cost 50 or 60 years ago. And so Andrew Tate posted this on Twitter. Love him or hate him, I don't care. We look at the facts. Inflation will never stop. Stop praying that prices will go down. Stop wishing things were easier. Wish you were better. Prices won't go down. If I gave you a real money printer that you could use anytime you wanted, no consequences, would you use it? Be honest. If you could print money on demand, if you could use it to build hospitals, feed the poor, whatever you want, you'd use it. And this is assuming you have good intentions. Now, why do you think the people in power won't use it? Why would they stop? If they stopped, everything would just go to crap and everyone would want to kill them. You need to understand the game you're playing. Everything will get more expensive forever. Keyword, forever. So you need to make more money every single day, and you need to do it fast. So what's your plan? Do you have one? Inflation's on a runaway freight train, that's a fact. So far over the past year, the smartest investors in the world have been diving into the crypto market, that's a fact. On Bitcoin stock to flow indicator, it's about to transition from orange over to yellow, and the last 2 times that this has happened, Bitcoin went absolutely parabolic and exploded to the upside. Now, could this time be different? Absolutely. There's lots of reasons why we could stay in this downtrend for a period of time before we break out. And we could see a bigger sell-off in the altcoin market as well too. But for the people that are thinking short term, I want to encourage you to zoom out right here and let's look at the facts on the altcoin market. When we look at the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, last time that we went through something like this where we went from orange to yellow, we saw a breakout right here past the 2019 high. We came all the way up to about $112 billion. And then we consolidated. We saw this sell-off to backtest the previous zone as support. We consolidated within this range, and then we broke out, consolidated for a bit, and then went absolutely parabolic once Bitcoin's dominance dropped. Now, right now, Bitcoin is kind of like Usain Bolt. It's got to jump out of the gun. That's why Bitcoin is at its all-time high, whereas Total 3 is lagging behind right now, which is completely normal. And so you can see this previous zone right here on the right-hand side of the screen on this horizontal yellow rectangle right here that the market wicked off of as support right here at the end of July, very similar to what happened here on the left-hand side of the screen at the end of August before finding a low and then working our way on out of here. Once it passed this resistance, we were off to the races as we transitioned from orange to yellow. So the main thing that needs to happen here in order for the meme coin market to break out and for these projects to do well is for us to break this descending resistance right here and also break the swing high of the 22nd of July of around $670 billion in market cap. If not, we're most likely just going to stay in this downtrend and we're going to bounce off of this zone as support as we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus times all the way back towards Q4 of 2020. So don't get me wrong here, I'm extremely bullish on the macro, and that's the purpose of this video, so we can check back in 12 months from right now, not in the next 24 hours here, but the chart is showing some similarities that it did to the past. You can see blue right here was the resistance on 8th of August. Also right here when we transition, right before we transition to purple, dark blue was the 10th of April. That was very similar to the resistance right here when we transition from blue to dark blue on the 24th of June, back testing that zone. And so this is the zone that we're going to watch. And that's roughly between like $414-ish billion upwards of $460 billion. Right now we're at about 560. So there could be a flash crash. And ultimately, I think that would be a bear trap if the markets see $100 billion wiped off the table. But in my opinion, that would be the last chance to buy, because this is the biggest disbelief rally in a market cycle before the next leg up. And that is always wave number one in the Elliott wave. So this is wave number one right here. If the low is in with that wick that took place all the way down to $450 billion, and that's corrective wave number two, then wave number three is usually the most explosive wave to the upside. And that's where the next leg up takes place. And then wave four is the next cool off period. So a lot of newbies that come into the market, they buy when wave three is almost topped out, because then they're trying not to be late, and then they have to wait for months on end, like what we're going through right now, through the corrective wave four, and then we see a parabolic blow off top. And then the newbies, they always buy in on wave one at the top, three at the top, five at the top, and they always end up selling right around here at wave two. They get liquidated. They sell on wave four, or they sell on the C wave on the bottom when the bear market kicks in, most likely in 2026. So in my opinion, wave number three is going to be absolutely insane. You need to get ready. We need to back up our trucks. And I think this will kick off with a move for Bitcoin first to break the all-time high and go back into price discovery. Because if we look at Bitcoin's market cap dominance, when that happens and Bitcoin breaks out, the altcoins will slowly trail behind. But once altcoins really start flying, that'll be based on Bitcoin's market cap dominance dropping. If we look right here on the chart, you can see we're in this bullish channel, in this uptrend right here, forming higher highs and higher lows. As you guys know, uptrends don't last forever. There's two types of markets, a trending market and then a range bound market. So we're either trending up or we're trending down, or we're range bound sideways. Now on the weekly chart, we've been trending up since basically November of 2022. When we transitioned from orange to yellow on the past bull run in December 2020, we saw one final rally up for Bitcoin, and then we saw a dominance drop, and that money rotated out of Bitcoin into altcoins. And that's when we saw everything go parabolic in the altcoin market. Meme coins absolutely crushed it. And so there's still time in this bullish trend for Bitcoin to experience some type of blow off top in the altcoin, in the dominance. And then I would eventually expect a trend reversal and this ascending support right here to break at some point. I don't know when it's going to happen, but based on the past, that's happened every single bull run. And that's usually after Bitcoin makes a new all-time high in wave number three. Bitcoin starts breaching 80, 90, maybe $100,000 on the next leg up. And then when Bitcoin cools off, that's when altcoins catch up and money rotates into the large caps, then mid caps, and then micro cap projects that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. One thing we can also notice is we see this divergence taking place on the weekly RSI, where you can see higher highs being formed on the dominance chart. But on the key indicator here, we can see that the RSI is struggling to put in another high. And right now it's at 62. We saw this peak right here was at on the 5th of August at like 67. So because we didn't see a higher high get printed in on the relative strength index, what this means is this is a regular bearish divergence. And this occurs when the price of a cryptocurrency, or in this case, Bitcoin's market cap dominance chart, continuously trends higher and creates higher highs. But the indicator, the RSI, creates lower highs. So in this image above, you can see this on Bitcoin's perpetual contract right here. Bitcoin continued to create new all-time highs in price. However, the relative strength index created a series of lower highs. It's a bearish symptom of market momentum and suggests a trend change from up to down is about to begin. You guys can see at the top of the screen right here on the 4th of January, when the RSI was all the way up here at about 94. We can't go much higher than that. Remember, it goes from 0 to 100. So 94 is virtually as high as it could get. And that doesn't mean that that's the top of the market, but that's the top of the indicator. And as you can see here, the price continued to trend higher at the top of the screen. And that's when we formed, a new all-time high. But the indicator, the RSI right here, couldn't put in a new high, and it went to 87. And then by the time we reached the true price high right here, the RSI was all the way down here at 69. And so this was a regular bearish divergence. And then we saw the price come back down to this trend line. It broke this trend line, this ascending support right here, consolidated for a bit. And this right here by the 28th of March was the complacency stage, dead cat bounce. And then we fell off a shelf, FTX collapsed, Terra Luna collapsed, Celsius going bankrupt, and ultimately just cascading negativity and everyone getting out, everyone calling crypto a scam, and everyone was exiting. And so when you can spot stuff like this, then you know when to get in, you know when to take profits, and you know when to get out and not be in the markets until the bottom comes in again. So looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we can see some early signs of a reversal coming here soon. Now, when that happens is anyone's guess, but we can see the RSI printing in a lower high right here. We're at 62. You know, Bitcoin's price chart continuously makes higher highs, higher lows. When this transitions and when this changes from an uptrend to a downtrend, then altcoins are going to explode. So if we go to DeFiLlama.com and we look at all, the total value locked on chain is about $77.4 billion. And obviously you guys know Ethereum is the second largest altcoin. I do think Ethereum will do well, but right now the ETF flows for Ethereum are pitiful compared to Bitcoin because everyone's still focused on Bitcoin. Ethereum's kind of old news, but Ethereum will do well and projects on Ethereum's chain will perform well. But what I want to talk about in this video is a couple chains that I think have the momentum right now. And one of them is Tron's chain. Tron has been absolutely crushing it and has one of the best charts in crypto right now. At an $8 billion total value locked, it's just in an uptrend. So this bull run, I personally believe Tron will do very well. Solana will do very well. It's at 4.8 billion. You can see it's still off from its all-time high. It's in a healthy uptrend. And Base will do very well because now that Coinbase has Base, Coinbase is the largest exchange in the United States. Its total value locked is only $1.4 billion. And this is Base's first bull run. And so meme coins on Base, meme coins on Solana, and meme coins on Tron, I think are going to make people so rich that they're not even know what to do with themselves. So when you go to coinmarketcap.com and you look at the meme coins, there's a lot of meme coins on all of these chains listed up on here from large cap, mid cap, small cap. The first project that I want to talk about is Floki. Now Floki is actually cross chain, meaning that it's on the Binance Smart Chain and it's on Ethereum. So I think this is going to be one of the best large cap performers alongside, you know, Pepe, WIF, Bonk, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. And I just like this project because they're focused on utility and the chart looks really, really good. With this pullback right here, it's following the total 3 chart. So Floki is added to a lot of portfolio capital companies' portfolios, meaning that if the total market goes up, then Floki will most likely perform well. Now, there's no guarantees, obviously, but Floki's listed on virtually all the top exchanges. They just did an airdrop with an illustration project called Simon's Cat. Now, Simon's Cat is absolutely massive. We covered this in a previous video, but they posted this saying Simon's Cat is going on a trip with Floki tomorrow. And on Twitter here, Floki posted an update for you to double check your wallet for Cat airdrop eligibility. Now, if you guys watched my previous video, I talked about this airdrop around August 22nd to August 29th. If you haven't checked if you're eligible, you can simply go to airdrop.floki.com. That's the official domain. And any domain that's asking you to connect your wallet to check an airdrop is a scam. The official one is airdrop.floki.com. Make sure you double or triple check or quadruple check the spelling. Sometimes scammers, they use like a double I or something like that. And then you go to the domain, you connect your wallet, and they drain your wallet. So you have to be very careful. This doesn't require you to connect your wallet. You simply just paste your wallet address right here. You check the eligibility, and it'll tell you if it's confirmed or if it's not. And so the first phase of this airdrop was completed. You at least needed to hold about 400,000 Floki tokens. So if you missed this, well, you're too late. But either way, last bull run, Shiba Inu's market cap went upwards of $20 billion. So Floki is at $1.2 billion. I don't see why Floki couldn't go upwards of $10 to $20 billion this bull run with more liquidity sloshing around in the system. We're in this falling wedge right here on the price chart. And when this downtrend breaks, even if we go further to the downside, usually the target on a falling wedge is the high of the wedge. So in this case, it would be the all-time high for Floki. Also, you guys can see right here on the stochastic RSI, we're all the way down below 20, where the K line is at 9.75, the D line is at 9.02. And we've been below 20 since the 10th of June of 2024. So once momentum shifts, and we already saw a bullish cross take place on the 19th of August as well too. So the relative strength index is at 47. Like I said, we could see a further sell off to the downside if the rest of the market sees $100 million come out. Floki's a large cap. A lot of that might come out of Floki. So keep this on your watch list, and we'll revisit this over the next few months. But once these key indicators bottom out and we see a reversal to the upside, once this falling wedge downtrend breaks and we see a flipping of key levels as support, one of which would be this candle from the 19th of August until the 26th of August to hold as support. The next one to hold as support would be the previous candle right here from the 15th of July through the 22nd of July. Those are the next two levels that we need to clear and hold as support to flip the downtrend. But the most important one is the 26th of August right here. And so as you guys know, I'm a macro investor. I buy when things are oversold based on key indicators. So because the stochastic RSI is all the way down here on the weekly, on the macro, Floki is looking great. Now on the micro to the midterm, one trend that I'm looking at is politify or politify or whatever you want to say that. And that's MAGA Trump's meme coin. And that's a mid cap sitting at $143 million. And it's at $3.30 right now. The all-time high for this project on coinmarketcap.com was over $15. So it's just a 5x to get back to the all-time high. And the fact that the debate is literally taking place right now while I'm recording this video, you can see that Trump is up 4%. And all those speeches that Trump gave being pro-Bitcoin, wanting to make America the crypto capital of the world, I just think is bullish for this project. So whenever he comes out, gives speeches, and the closer that we get to election, if Trump were to win, then I could see this project returning back to the previous high, or at least getting close to that. Now it's at $144 million market cap. I don't know how far this could go. I'm not going to say that this is going to go into the $5 billion, $10 billion range. But if Trump gets elected, you combine that with monetary print orders, massive quantitative easing, the liquidity cycle, the overall macro bull run, and things just doing well before the next bear market, I think this project could absolutely crush it. And another reason why is because it's cross-chain as well. You can see it's on the Binance Smart Chain, it's on Ethereum's blockchain, it's also on Solana, and it's also on Base. Now to get the official contract address, you just go to coinmarketcap.com, you hover over more here on the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll see the contract addresses that you can paste in the exchange of your choice. To find the exchange, you just click on market right here at the top, and you'll see that's on Uniswap, Orca, Radium, PancakeSwap. Now, another meme coin that's a large cap that always pumps harder than everything when the market is green is Brett. Now, Brett is the leader of the Base chain, and you guys know that Coinbase wants to attract a lot of users through their smart wallet, and so Brett is going to be the main meme coin. Kind of like how Dogecoin was or Shiba Inu was, Brett is going to be the main leader for this bull run on the Base chain. So it's a strong large cap in your portfolio. And according to Crash, it's a 10 to 20x leverage bet on Bitcoin this cycle without risk of liquidation. So he says that Bitcoin goes up just 2x, Brett will go up 20 to 40x. Now that's obviously bullish predictions right there, but Bitcoin goes up 3x, Brett will go 30 to 60x. And the Base chain right now has about $1.4 billion locked, and it's continuing to climb. It's holding nicely even with the pullback for the rest of the market during this consolidation phase. So this is just simply wave one in the Elliott wave. We're going through corrective wave two, whether the low's in right now or we still have lower to go. That just presents a better buying opportunity basically, because wave three being the most impulsive, I could see Base going upwards of 10 to 20 billion dollars in total value locked. And what that means is liquidity is going to flow into the leaders of these chains, which are the meme coins. And right now, Brett is still under a $1 billion market cap. You guys can see that the high for this was above 18 cents. It even looks like a falling wedge right here, about ready to break out. And so Brett is just a no-brainer in my opinion. It's based on Matt Fury in the Boys Club, which has 4 key characters, Pepe, Brett, and those two have already gone over $1 billion market cap. So those are the 2 large caps right now that are just going to continue to do well if crypto keeps going up. And I don't know where these balloons are coming from, but apparently it's time to party because the 3rd member in the Boys Club is Andy on Base. Now, Andy saw this massive run up into June, rallying up over 4 cents. It's at 0.006 right now. A lot of people think this project is dead. It's at $5 million market cap. So this is a micro cap under 10 million right now. Extremely risky. However, that pushed the market cap up over $40 million. Now, the fact that Brett is at $789 million, that's a long way off from Brett. And if Brett continues to do well, then money's going to trickle into the other Boys Club meme coins. Now, right now, this project looks like it's dead on the price chart, but the developer of Andy is only focused on Andy, unlike a lot of these developers that launch a meme coin, move to the next one, then move to the next one. The developer of Andy is purely focused on Andy. 100% of the max supply is in circulation. It's on the base chain. It's listed on Uniswap and SushiSwap. And the main thing that this project's just missing right now is just getting listed on more exchanges and a wider reach and more awareness. But looking at the tokenomics, the fully diluted is only 6.8 million, but on DEX Tools, the market cap shows 6.8 million. And once this project finds its low, right now it's going through the stereotypical psychology of a market cycle. We went through the euphoria blow off top phase, around 40 million market cap. And then we see anxiety, denial, panic, anger, and capitulation happening. So we're seeing Andy attempt to break this downtrend right here on this candle. If we can see some liquidity surge into this project, then we might see something like this, maybe another backtest, final capitulation, depression stage right here. And then we start working our way on out of here after Bitcoin's dominance drop and liquidity flows into Brett and the base chain again. And so I'm keeping this project closely on my watch list, because if Andy absorbs just 10% of Brett's market cap at a $1 billion market cap, that would put this at 100 million. It's only at 6.8 million right now. So the risk to reward ratio, sure, it looks risky right now, and it is low. It is in a downtrend. That trend could definitely continue. And these lower market cap projects are very risky, obviously, but that's how you get the 50 to 100x gains. When something is not hot, you need to look into the future of what's the most likely scenario. And for example, if Brett takes off, then the Boys Club narrative during the greed, euphoria stage of the bull run towards the tail end of the bull run is where the majority of money is going to move. So the fourth member in the Boys Club is Landwolf on base. Now there's Brett on base, Andy on base, Landwolf on base. The caveat here, and the only downside for Andy and Landwolf, is there are multiple on different chains. Like there's on Avalanche, there's on Solana. But the reason why I'm excited about the base chain is because look at the market cap right here. The meme coin market moves independent of utility. And so we're focused purely on memeability here and narratives, right? And culture and community. And a lot of people mistake culture and community for something as this like hoorah rah around the campfire. One thing people really look at in the crypto space is market cap and multiples. For example, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, if you only have $100 or $1,000 and $10,000, if you put it into a project that has $1 billion market cap and it goes to 5 billion, well, that's only a 5x. So that's like turning $100 to $500. That's not life-changing wealth. Where you get life-changing wealth is spotting something when it's a micro cap before it becomes a mid cap or a large cap. And that's how you get 20, 30, 40, 50x's. Now, I'm not saying that something like Landwolf on base will do a 50 or 100x, because this is one of the riskiest ones at a $1.3 million market cap. However, if you look at the chart, we can spot something here. When Brett was taking off, Andy started to take off, and Landwolf took off, and we saw the price come all the way up here, and there was millions of dollars flowing through every 24 hours on this project, and it's going through the psychology of a market cycle again. So as you know, the most common principle of investing is buy low, sell high. You don't buy something when everyone's paying attention to it and everyone's buying it. That's how you lose money. That's how you get dumped on. Now, I'm not going to tell you to buy this project. I'm just encouraging you, keep it on your watch list. You can go to coinmarketcap.com. You can start right here. Just pay attention to what's about to happen over the next 12 months on the base chain as normies start coming back to the crypto market. When they see Bitcoin breaking an all-time high and they see it upwards of $90,000, $100,000, they're going to start looking around and scavenging at the bottom of the sea looking for the microcap projects. And so we could still be like 6, 12 months off for a bull run for microcaps like this. And by no means am I telling you to buy any of these meme coins right now. I'm just showing you what to pay attention to. The narrative on the base chain is going to be around the Boys Club because Brett is number one on the base chain. And so the other members on base are Andy and Landwolf. It's really simple. It's not rocket science here. So if we look at Landwolf's chart, we can see it looks just like Andy's. Absolutely disgusting downtrend, right? Psychology of a market cycle. We went through euphoria all the way up here, greed and euphoria, complacency right here, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger. And then we're finding a bottom right now. Once we go through the whole depression stage, even if we see a breakout like Andy and then another bottoming down here, all the way down where people think this project's dead, that's when we start to see a revival pattern take place. And then we start to see the breakouts really happen in the later stage of this bull run. So just watch this project over the next 12 months. We'll revisit it. We obviously need to see a trend reversal right now. And if you enter in this project right now expecting to make any money, you're most likely going to lose money. These two projects right here offer some of the highest risks, but It's a bet on the boys club. It's a bet on the base chain. Now, another chain that is absolutely exploding right now is Tron's ecosystem. If we look at the top Tron ecosystem tokens by market capitalization, there really isn't many. You can see Tron has like $13 billion market cap. Then you got BitTorrent. This is an old project. Ape NFT, 440 million. Then Just at 280. Then Sun, and then Sundog. So just like Brett is number one on the base chain, Sundog right now is number one on Tron's chain at only a $300 million market cap. So it is a mid cap. But if you look at Tron's chart right here, if Tron breaks out and goes absolutely parabolic, then virtually everybody's going to be looking for the top meme coins on the Tron chain. And so the top one on the Tron chain is Sundog. But look at Tron's chart, guys. This is absolutely insane. It's at a $13 billion market cap. So if Tron does like a $50 billion or a $70 billion market cap this bull run, then Sundog could do very, very well. It's only at 300 million. Take into account, guys, Shiba Inu did like $20 billion. And so if this just is a fraction of that, a 10x would be a $3 billion market cap. And look at the chart right here on all. It's just in an uptrend. It's going up. And so the trend is your friend. You know, like Andy and Landwolf, they're in a downtrend right now. So to break that downtrend does take a lot of momentum. And where you'll make more money in these markets is following uptrends until uptrends are broken. If you buy downtrends, then sometimes they keep trending down and you have to wait for trend reversals. So downtrends, you're usually sometimes waiting like 3 months, 6 months, whereas uptrends, as long as the trend stays intact and Tron keeps trending up, then Sundog will most likely do well. Now, another derivative of that is Suncat. Now, Suncat is a microcap. It's at a $15 million market cap. And I think this one actually has more multiples. And if Sundog does well, people are going to be looking for the cat projects. As you guys see, Simon's Cat launched. It's over $100 million market cap through Floki's connection and collaboration. This bull run is arguably the bull run for cat projects. And globally, cats are very, very popular compared to dogs. So I think the cat narrative is very hot. So as long as Tron's doing well, Sundog does well, then I think Suncat will be that number 2 project behind Sundog. Now, 100% of the max supply is in circulation. You can see that it's breaking this descending resistance of the symmetrical triangle. And what you do to understand how far this project could really run in the short term is you take the top of the triangle to the bottom of the triangle and you put it next to the breakout point, which could arguably be right about here. And then we zoom out and we measure from where we are right now to see what that would put the price at. And again, guys, no guarantees. These are just for example purposes only. But that's about 100% or a 2x away from where we are right now at 3 cents. And that would only be a $30 million market cap. So the fact that Sundog right now is sitting at a $300 million market cap, I don't see why Suncat couldn't hold just 10% of that at a 30 million. The chart is looking great. This is a breakout pattern right here. And usually when we see these breaks of resistance on macro symmetrical triangles like this, where we've been in this range for about 120 days and we're just now breaking out, that's where we see massive moves being made. And if we look at Sundog right here, guys, Sundog is sitting at its all-time high, seeing a cup and handle formation being formed right now at the all-time high. So the next move from this could be absolutely massive. Now, there's no guarantees of it breaking out to the all-time high because, you know, if Bitcoin sees a flash crash or a sell-off and then Tron doesn't hold the all-time high as support and continue to the upside, and if we see Tron trend further to the downside and break support, then it could get very nasty for these meme coins on Tron's chain. But if we look at the past at what happened when we went from orange to yellow for Tron was right around here. Tron went absolutely parabolic and broke out to, you know, upwards of $13 billion. And so right now we're just hovering at the high right here. And so if we see a break for Bitcoin, you know, Tron could go upwards of like 20, 30, 40 billion dollars. We don't know how high Tron could go. Parabolic blow off top. Then we go into a bear market 2026, tail end of 2025. And during this phase right here, when that liquidity and that rotation takes place, it flows into the top projects on Tron's chain. And there's virtually no projects right now. Sundog is at 300 million. It's the top meme coin. Suncat is the derivative of that. It's at a $15 million market cap. It's been in an uptrend since the 4th of September. And then another one I'm keeping on my watch list is Sun Pepe. Now this one is very, very risky too, like Landwolf or Andy, but it's at a $1.2 million market cap. The max supply is all in circulation right now. The fully diluted is the exact same as the market cap. It saw a massive run up with Tron back at the tail end of August. And we're going through the psychology of a market cycle right now where it went through the anger stage, the depression stage, and we're seeing a revival pattern take place. Very similar to what we see happen for virtually all projects. You know, it goes into a bear market. We see everyone who bought during these levels right here, similar to where it's at right now, at sub $1 million market cap, they took profits all the way up here when there were just massive green candles, which is about 400% away from where we are right now. So that was like a 4x. So imagine, I mean, if you put in like $1,000 or $10,000 down here and you're up 400% all the way up here, a 4x, it's stupid not to take profits, especially on a derivative like Sun Pepe. A lot of these projects, guys, aren't going to be around for longer than one bull run. I'm just showing you the culture here and how the crypto market works. And love it or hate it, doesn't matter. We pay attention to trends to help you make money. So because the whole market has been experiencing a sell-off, then these projects sell off the hardest. So I'm not telling you to buy this one right now. In fact, I don't know if this project is dead or if it's going to come back at all because it dropped over 90%. But I can show you so many different large cap projects that dropped over 90% and that went on to perform like a 20, 30, 40, or 50x. What I would want to see for this project is obviously Tron to do well, but for it to hold some form of ascending support and to see a breakout move like this to push it back up to retest these previous zones as resistance, something like this take place, and for it to hold this ascending support as we get further into this bull run to see another breakout pattern to retest the all-time high. Because as you guys can see during these levels right here, there was a lot of buying pressure and there was a lot of selling pressure, a big battle between the bulls and the bears. So this would act as a massive zone of resistance where people who bought during this level that are still holding might take some profits here. And that's about 100 to roughly 200% away from where we are right now. But because this project is so small at a $1.2 million market cap, usually it can blast through these levels relatively quickly. And we see sometimes, I'm not guaranteeing this obviously, but we see like big candles come in like this and just blast through the all-time high really fast, like what we saw happen right here. So if we see the momentum shift over to Tron's chain because of how bullish Tron's chart is, and Tron goes upwards of $20 billion, $30 billion, 40 or 50 billion this bull run, then keep your eyes on Suncat, keep your eyes on Sundog, and then higher risk plays and derivative plays like Sun Pepe. They could do well or they can completely go to zero. That's the risk you got to be willing to take. So ask yourself this, if you were to buy a meme coin right now and it goes to zero, would you be okay? The only money that I put into projects like these is money that I am 100% okay with losing. I'm not betting my life savings. I'm not betting my mortgage here. This is F around, find out type money here, okay? So by watching this video, if you lose your money in these projects, that's your own fault because I'm explicitly telling you do not buy any of these. Now, there's different wallets that support Tron. Obviously, TronLink's one of them. There's tronlink.org. They have an extension for iOS or Android on your phone, and most of these projects trade on sun.io on version 2. You know, you obviously have to have TRX or USDT, and then you just connect your wallet, and then you enter in the contract address like you would do anything else on Uniswap. The contract address is always on the left-hand side of the screen on CoinMarketCap. You just copy that. You go to sun.io. You click this right here. You paste it in and then just make sure and double check the contract address that it's the right one. And a lot of people wonder, how do you bridge to these different chains? Well, a cool platform is called core.allbridge.io, and you can bridge from virtually any chain like Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Ethereum, CeLo, BNB, Optimism, Polygon, Solana, Stellar, Tron. You just simply connect your wallet by going to core.allbridge.io. You click the connect wallet button in the upper right hand corner, and then you choose your wallet. It supports MetaMask, Coinbase, Trust Wallet, Wallet Connect, Rabby Wallet, Exodus, OKX, BitGet, Phantom, and Valora. So once you connect your wallet, you just choose which chain you want to bridge from, and then you select which chain you want to bridge to. So in this case, it could be Tron. USDT is what it supports. And then you just type in the amount that you want. You click send, and it'll take roughly like 10 to 20 minutes depending on the amount that you're bridging. And it's as simple as that. That's what a lot of people are doing. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just showing you what they use. They use sun.io, tronlink.org to get the Tronlink wallet, and then something like core.allbridge.io to be able to bridge to these different chains. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you're bullish on any other projects that you want us to cover or review, then drop them in the comments below. Feel free to reach out through email or social media as well too, because we just cover the news every single day. We provide you guys with education and information to make your own educated decisions. So if you guys want more information like this and you want to discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes per day with the #1 play to earn game on the XRP blockchain, then you can go to the link in the description below or bullrunners.com, click the button on the page, put in your best email address. You'll be instantly subscribed to our daily video newsletter to receive more content like this. We provide you guys this type of information for free. And yes, we will have paid products coming in the future, but you don't have to buy those if you don't want. Those are only for people that are really serious, that want to take their game to the next level. If you guys just want to keep consuming this type of content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Stay bullish.